Welcome back to the Midway at the Missouri State Fair, the happiest place on earth. Aaron, it's been nothing but fun here, right?
I still haven't had a corn dog yet, but...
Have you seen anybody frown yet?
No, I've not seen it frowning.
And we are now joined by the representative of the Missouri State Fair, Sedalia's own Brad Pollitt. Representative, thank you so much for joining us.
Scott, thanks for asking me to come.
So, give me your favorite thing at the fair.
My favorite thing, I think, is the livestock. One thing you probably don't know about me is I used to show cattle all over the Midwest when I was growing up. And actually was what people may consider a steer jock, where people hired me to groom their cattle whenever they were ready to show them. So that's a long time ago, but yeah, I enjoy the shows.
I get more questions when we upload these videos than any other thing. People don't ask about politics. Break down, though, when you say show cattle, show livestock, walk through what that means.
Well, growing up, I showed steers. And
say what that, explain this to me like I'd never seen it.
Some of the greatest life lessons are in these barns at the Missouri State Fair and every county fair that we have in the state of Missouri. Kids are learning how to take responsibility for the life of something, and it's usually their show hog or their show sheep or goat. Goats are big now, and their cattle, and they get those when they're young, and they raise them up. They teach them. They teach them how to lead. They teach them how to stand. They work with their hair, and they teach how to groom them. And then they show them, and probably I started showing cattle when I was 8 years old, and it was never sugar-coated to me what was going to happen to that calf when we were done showing. The calf was put on this earth to be consumed by humans. And
there was no Charlotte's Web episodes being shot in your farm?
No, there wasn't. But I can tell you that the first calf I had, Big Red, he was my buddy. And the day we loaded him on the truck for him to go to slaughter, I went behind the barn and cried like a baby. And that was just part of the learning process. Yeah. But you learn so much in these barns. And
Erin's kind of got her own little Noah's Ark there in Wardsville. You don't kill any of them, though, right?
No, yeah, we have meat chickens. We have cattle.
Well, chickens, you actually kill the chicken, or you just the eggs?
No, we take them to the Amish, and they kill them for us. That's real dirty for Aaron. So.
Yeah. You take Mike Moon, he can kill them.
I've talked to the senator about this.
He'll take care of it. He'll come out and take care of it.
I would agree with the representative. The kids, they always really appreciate it when we get the chickens out for the grill, that they help feed them and raise them and care for them. And
well, as you come to the end of your time in the House, though, it's kind of funny. If we got on Back to the Future and drove the DeLorean down this street, went back 8 years ago, there are so many improvements to this place since you've served in the legislature. It's got to be a real point of pride to drive around this place and see all the things that have happened here since you served in the state legislature.
Yeah, I'm really proud of working with Governor Parson and Governor Keogh and the amount of money we were able to bring back to the Missouri State Fair. For a number of years, the fair went untouched, and there was a lot of barns, a lot of buildings that were really needing attention. I'm very proud that I was able to negotiate the purchase of the land, the 400 acres that was purchased for the fair. The fair bought 200 acres, the college bought 200 acres. That was about 3 years ago, to expand this fair and expand the college and expand their ag program. And we've built a new maintenance shed. We've improved the fire department. If you went to the firehouse over there, we've got a new firehouse. We did major improvements for the 4-H building.
You got more. One thing that goes on, it's not a building, but you've really increased the camping. I didn't know. Rusty Black told me he'd been camping here since the 70s, and he said you almost had to be camping that long to get a spot. Yeah. That's a big thing to bring, because the folks that camp, they come here for the full week. That's a big thing for Sedalia.
Yeah, there's going to be 600 additional campsites on the west side of this. It's supposed to be ready, I think, in a year and a half. And I think that gives us 2,400 campsites here at the Missouri State Fair, with the addition of the Parson Arena, and then the horse stalls that are going to go in, the moving of Clarendon Road. It's going to be a huge economic input for Sedalia, Pettis County, and for the state of Missouri.
Well, this week, if you own a hotel, this is the week you own the hotel for, right?
Yeah, they're full.
Whatever that max rate is on the room, it's that rate, which is great for the community and great for the folks here. But every time you put a campsite in, that's one more room they can sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one more person that can eat the restaurants and come here to the fair. It has really been a warp speed growth here at the fair since you came in. That's got to really make you feel good. Tell me, as you leave the legislature, what are you looking back on, some stuff you're proud of, besides just here at the fair?
Well, I'm proud of the friends that I've met.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the folks that work at the Capitol. There's good people that work at the Capitol, very knowledgeable. And I'm proud of the legislation I was able to carry, the revamping of the small business tax credits for agriculture, the Farm Bureau health care bill.
Big deal.
Ed Lewis and I passed more pro-public school legislation, although both of us believe in some parent choice in education, but we passed a lot of public school legislation and a lot of ag stuff, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the support the ag groups have given me, and just humbled to represent the 52nd district for the 8 years. You know, we put our name out there to run for Senate, and we weren't successful in that. I'd like to congratulate Sam in winning that Senate race, and Chuck ran a good race as well. And I look back at this, and you know, this is the first year in 35 years my wife's not working out here. I worked out here 20 years as a parking superintendent. My wife was in charge of admissions and parking for almost 30 years. Ooh. And then she worked in the campground for 5 years.
Well, you got daughters, though, around here.
My daughter is the fiscal manager here. She takes care of all the money for the fair. My youngest daughter, Brianna, was a cashier out here when she was growing up. My son, Kevin, was a parking superintendent as well. So we've been out here for 35, 40 years, and we come out every year because we think it's a big deal.
We've been lucky to get to interview a lot of folks that serve the state. I don't know that we've ever interviewed a more consistently classy gentleman than Representative Brad Pollitt.
Yeah.
Brad Pollitt, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for the opportunity.
You bet. We'll be right back here from the Midway. I think we might find that Mike Deering fella around here somewhere after this.